And welcome back, creators. In the last session, we talked about inking this panel. And in this session, we're going to talk a little bit about painting. And the colors are painted under the ink, usually in a layer all by themselves. Some of the brushes that I use, I've introduced what I call my killer brush. This is my brush that I have set up specifically for inking. However, I use some other, I'll use it for painting as well, but I'll usually use the copy of it here so I can make changes to it, which is usually like size and then some other things. I can even increase the post selection. I'll show you what happens when you do that. See, if I do that, it kind of clears it up, but it also makes it difficult to do stuff like this. Watch what happens. Oh, I didn't do it. Let's see that. It'll try to, there you go. You can start to see it'll straighten out some of them. And so over post correction can cause all sorts of things, make it worse, but it does tend to try and smooth it out, and that I like. Now, I think it's if we come, really close in. Yep, that's when it seems to be not working the way, or not. It is working the way I want it to, but we'll go on. The other brushes I use, there's this one right here, paint and apply, and it's just, and there are some watercolor brushes that are very similar to this. This watercolor splash I use a lot, especially if you want some splashes of water. This brush works really good for that. Then there's the watery brush, which is very close to this, but it has the more edges, and I like that for doing different types of shading. That's the watery one, and the smooth watercolor is also very close to these. See, and this is a way that you can get, but it has it leaves marks, but that's good because you want some of that kind of stuff. But this is really fun to play with, and I'll use this a lot. Also then these two right here are my favorite, the gouache brush for doing, see, I love how it just goes on like color. And then the oil paint has, bring it up, it has a little bit of texture on it, which is really nice for doing like in the clothes and all, or any place that you want to have some texture. And it has these different texture settings that you can use, and that makes it really nice if you try and to get more texture in your drawing, and this is what I love too. And then that's round. Again, it's just, I love how the paint goes on. These are mostly the brushes that I use for the graphic novel. Although there are other brushes like for doing the backgrounds, and the specialized brushes, which right there. So I have all sorts of stuff broken down, and vegetation, for doing like, if I need, plants and stuff like that, this does really good. I use this a lot within the graphic novel, as well as this one down here, grassy, and because it gives me, I can quickly make grass with it. Also works great for fur if you want to you want to make something furry, it does really good at that. And this brush here, I do have a short tutorial on how to create your own and have fun with it. Also, for making clouds, in the sky, real cloudy sky, this is really good. And those are some of the things. And I mean, you're going to end up having a whole collection of brushes, and you want, that you'll use over and over again. Well, that's it for this series on bringing a page to life. If you'd like to get more details on the actual painting process, check out our other series in the drawing room, or you can check out the more direct tutorials that are more specific to one or two things in the brush strokes series. And so I hope to see you in the next one, and we'll get into more details of painting and inking and creating other projects.